The Yuan dynasty, founded by the Mongolians, occupied the largest territory in Chinese history. The brave and combative Mongolian nomads conquered the vast Eurasian continent with iron hoofs, and conquered the aesthetics of people all over the world with blue and white porcelain, ever since the establishment of Yuan. Social orders of the Tang and Song periods were broken in terms of both territory and culture. Cultural exchanges between China and other countries such as Persia were promoted by conquest across CE, Central and Western Asia by the powerful Mongolian cavalry, which helped to bring various crafts and materials needed for blue and white ware into China. On the other hand, the common adoration of blue color by the Mongolians and the Islamic culture introduced into China from the West further propelled its rapid development. Blue and white wares, just as its gentle name indicates, though not as ornate as the polychrome porcelains of the Ming and Qing dynasties, nor as reserved as the Song porcelains, present a special elegance and charm. With their soft brightness, they made an unfading appeal to people in the Yuan, Ming and Qing, and became a major category of porcelain production during this period, most of which came from Jingdezhen, the famous porcelain capital.
景德镇之所以成为赤都，我觉得主要有这么几个原因。一个，景德镇虚土泥陶，它盛产很多优质的赤土原料有瓷丝，有高岭土。第二个原因呢，它的这个产瓷历史具悠久，从文献记载。新平冶陶，新平是景德镇的旧称，始于汉室，汉朝的时候就开始生产陶瓷。第三个呢，它从宋朝开始，到元世开，乃至现在的国家用瓷、国家礼品瓷，都是景德镇做的。所以它吸纳了全国很多民窑的人工小匠到景德镇来生产。
Blue and white porcelain is a kind of underglazed porcelain that is made by decorating on unglazed greenwares with pigment containing cobalt before being glazed and fired at a temperature of about 1300 centigrade. The success of blue and white porcelain shall be attributed to the improvement of materials formula of China stone and kaolin, which greatly enhances firing temperature and wear hardness, and reduces rate of deformation. The new formula also makes the production of large-size porcelains possible. There are some distinctive advantages for blue and white porcelains. First, it is plain and elegant with blue patterns on white ground. Second, it is easy to generate bright and stable color. Third, it has a strong artistic expressive power with its effects of traditional Chinese paintings. At last, its color is protected by a layer of glaze and would never fade. Such advantages make blue and white porcelains popular ever since its maturity, similar to other porcelain products of the Yuan dynasty. Blue and white wares of this era were characterized by thick and heavy body and largeness in size. Various tints of blue would appear on porcelain by using different kinds of cobalt. Generally, it is believed that the darker blue might have resulted from imported cobalt glaze called Summerlee blue, while grayer and lighter blue could be produced with the domestic cobalt. The decorations of the Yuan dynasty blue and white often spread over the entire vessel, but they were always orderly arranged in different layers from top to bottom. These wares mostly bear a main decoration pattern in the middle, supplemented by other layers of different patterns. These decorations are presented with a clear distinction between the main part and the lesser part, giving a sense of balance and richness in beauty. The wide range of decorative motifs, including plants, animals and human figures, were applied on Yuan Dynasty blue and white wares. Due to the particular preference of Yuan people, the patterns of peony, dragon and Chinese unicorn were the most popular among all plant and animal motifs. However, the human figure motif should be counted as the most interesting, though not many in existence. Every piece with human decoration can be regarded as a real treasure. The human motifs often come from traditional Chinese drama stories, and are usually applied on large porcelain wares. The jar, Giguzi going down the mountain, is a rare treasure of blue and white of Yuan. It has 4 layers of pattern. The first layer of neck is decorated with waves pattern. The second layer of shoulder with scrolling peony pattern. The third layer of belly, as the main part, with the painting, and the fourth layer of foot with 8 treasures pattern. Giguzi going down the mountain tells a story that in the Warring States period, Sun Bin, a famous military strategist, was captured by his opponent. His tutor, the hermit Giguzi, was going to rescue him. Giguzi was sitting in a cart pulled by a tiger and a leopard, his body slightly forward in a calm and unworldly demeanor, fully displaying his air of having things far away under his absolute control. The blue and white porcelains of Jingdezhen had been exported ever since the Yuan dynasty in large scale. During the Ming and Qing dynasties, the export was even enlarged with Zheng his 7 voyages and the discovery of new marine routes. The Europeans fell in love with these glossy, pure white and elegant blue and white porcelains with novel styles the moment they saw them. Before Chinese porcelains reached Europe, rough and heavy metal vessels were dominantly used in Europeans' daily lives. During the 16th century, almost all European palaces had a special chamber, literally a must, for displaying blue and white porcelains. Louis XV was crazy about these wares and ordered all the metal vessels in palace be ruined and be replaced by blue and white porcelains. He even wanted to turn his crown porcelain. The Feast of the Gods, painted between 1514 and 1519, is a visual confirmation of the high regard these porcelains held within the cultural milieu of the Renaissance. 3 large blue and white dishes are represented. One held on the head of the satyr has a foliated rim, the central figure holds another deep dish, and a shallow example rests on the ground filled with fruit. With the massive introduction of blue and white porcelain into Europe, they play an unsubtle role in European aesthetic tendencies. From the second half of the 18th century, the Rococo art style emerged in Europe. This style of art arose in France and then became widely popular across Europe. Rococo art is characterized by a large number of curves, such as C, S and vortices, forming gorgeous and complicated artistic effects. Very similar to the delicate and luxurious style of blue and white porcelain in the Ming and Qing dynasties, whether in terms of light, color, line, or composition. As a Western scholar said, the secret of Rococo artistic style lies in the delicate mood shown in blue and white porcelain. The influence of blue and white porcelain in the world is enduring and profound. Till nowadays, it remains a symbol of Chinese culture and a pearl in world art treasures. It witnessed cultural and artistic exchanges between the East and the West and held a significant position in world art history.